Hello all, welcome to our channel Good to Go. So in our previous video we have watched the video about how to integrate the theme HTML bootstrap theme into Laravel package. Okay, so as I said earlier, we are going to create a migration for our Laravel package. Then we are going to a code about ContactUs form. Okay, I have added one more field called CSRF Token. Let's see about this CSRF Token in a coding time. Okay, so this is the website what we have built in our last video. I'm just refreshing it. Okay, so this ContactUs form is what we are going to right now. So basically, what is the use of this ContactUs form? Some user will come to this website, our customer will come to our website, that customer will fill some details in this ContactUs form, then they will submit a send message button. Okay, so what are the fields? We have a name, email, subject, your message. So customer is submitting this form, we need to store it somewhere, right? There is a usage of database. So we are going to integrate the database. The As I said earlier in our previous videos, SQL is the main thing to start before the database queries. Okay, so in this package we are going to integrate a MySQL database. Okay, so let's configure the MySQL database first to the Laravel package. Then we will create the table for this ContactUs form. Okay, so we have a four field: name, email, subject, and message. We will create these things. Okay, by default we have a .env file in Laravel package. Okay, hope you know about the .env file. This is the environmental file of our package. All the environmental variables are available here in this file. Okay, whenever you are doing these changes, some changes in this file, you should refresh the package serving command. Okay, the package is running in this command line. I am just stopping the PHP audition serve. Okay, so if we are changing some things, I am just giving the package name crud. This is the database name. On the same name I have created a database called crud. Okay, this database has no tables as of now. I just created a table. Okay, how to create a new database? Okay, hit this new. First of all, come to this localhost PHP myadmin. Same this IP with the PHP myadmin. That means the local host. Okay, PHP myadmin. All the databases which is having with this exam belongs to this exam will be listed here. So if you want any new database, you can hit a new, and you can type the database name and just hit a create. Okay, that's it. That's all. Just now I created a CRUD database. Okay, I'm just connecting this CRUD to our app. Okay, what is the database? I'm just giving the MySQL where it is connected. Okay, by default Laravel can connect up to 5 databases. Okay, you should learn about it. Just go to Google, just search about what are all the database which is allowed to connect with the Laravel package. Okay, see in this config folder database.php file is there. Here is the db connection. What is the env? This env method will call the db connection. If the db connection variable is not available in this file, means it will take this value. Okay, this is the optional value. If this variable is not available in this .env file, means it will directly take this direct constant value. Okay, we have given a MySQL. Okay, what is the default? It is a MySQL. Okay, it will go to this connections array. It will take the MySQL indexed array. Okay, this is the MySQL indexed connection. See here, they are connected these variables with the env constants. Say db host is there, db post port, database name, username, password, db socket, and all that. By default they have given a connection credentials for a SQLite, PGSQL, SQL SRV. By see, there is a 4 database connectivity. By default we can connect with the Laravel. We can implement more database connectivity also. For example, if you want to do a MongoDB connectivity, you can go with the JSON package. That is a by default package for a Laravel, that is developed by some other developers, but it is a open community, right? So we can use that JSON package to the Laravel to connect a MongoDB. Okay, so this MySQL is connected, so we need to configure all this db host means this is nothing but a local host. Okay, then db port, what is the 3306? By default for a mysql, if you are using a local host means it is a 3306, so we don't need to change anything. Okay, I just changed the database name, this db database name. Okay, my local username is root, I didn't give any password. If you are going to a server, you might have a username password for a database server, so you have to give that username password and host details here. Okay, as I said previous, we have to I just changed this database name, so we have to refresh the serve command. Okay, see, I need to stop this serve command. I'm just closing this command prompt. I'm just open this, just control C is enough to stop the serve. I'm just open the command prompt. Okay, so see guys, I'm just explaining how to implement these functionalities in this. I'm not giving a way to improve the, I mean I'm not giving you suggested you to do this is the exact way. Okay, we have a many way to run the application. We have to we can follow any other ways. Okay, just I'm doing a things what I know. Okay, so take the good things and don't follow the unwanted things, do the exact things what they are allowing. Okay, and php artisan service laravel own command. Okay, that is not a change. Okay, I'm just run the php artisan serve, it's giving a same url, so we can refresh it. Okay, fine. We have connected the database. How to test it? Let's check test with the migration. I have mentioned create migrations, right? So let's test with the migration. What is migration in Laravel? Okay, uh, we have a database connectivity. We need to create a table. I can write a code from database itself, but what the Laravel framework is defined means all the code dependencies should be available in a Laravel package itself, which means you don't need to write any query in database side. Okay, you don't need to write any code in your like a access layer. That is a model access layer, database and a coding part. Okay, in the middleware is access layer. You don't need to write a separate access layers for this Laravel package. You can write it as a model file. Okay, for each table you can write a model file. Sometimes we might ask, I am using a views technology. There is a views procedural functions in a database side. Okay, I need to use that functionalities. How to use that? Okay, so there is no way to write a procedural functions inside the Laravel. Okay, we can write a views. Okay, if you want to create a view file, that is the same. You can write a view query inside the migration file. You can run it. Okay, so just give a create a model name with a view name. That's it. Okay, I'm going to create one migration file for our contact us form, contact us table. We need to create a contact us table, right? So I'm just creating a php artisan make migration. Okay, create table, create contact us table. Sorry guys, so we are running a php artisan migration create contact us table. Okay, uh, I'm just running this migration. Where it will get reflected, it will create one skeleton file here. Here is a database table, database folder. Okay, we have a separate folder for all the functionalities in Laravel package. So all the database related queries and seeder files and factories all are keeping here inside the database file. So this is the migrations. See, already by default Laravel give a PHP auth technologies. So authentication technology is authentication functionality is by default available in Laravel itself. Okay, we don't need to write a functionalities for a login, logout, sign up, then a forget password, reset password. These all available by default in Laravel. Just you need to write a PHP automation make auth. It will create a users table. Okay, see, by default Laravel giving a migration file. If you have, what is migration, you might ask, what is migration? See, this migration file create users table. This is the file name of create users table. This is the when you are creating this, it will create with a year, date, month, and some timestamp with this, along with this file name, and create users table. So I am giving a file name called create ContactUs table. So it will give a date, some year of timestamp, and it will give this name. Okay, so see what they are doing. Schema means the database schema. Okay, so inside the database schema, it's telling like a create users table, and inside the users table blueprint, you have to create a ID column, name column, email verified, password. This remember token column will create a one token for remember token with a text column. Okay, text data type. What is timestamps in Laravel? By default Laravel giving a created at updated at columns as a function name called timestamp. So we don't need to write a two column for a migrations. It will, by default it will give with the migration file skeleton. Okay, there is a up method and down method. If the file already available in if the table already available means we can write in a down method with this migration. Okay, so let's create the same method for a ContactUs form. Okay, I'm just creating a ContactUs form. See, one more thing, this is the table query. Where is the access layer? Okay, I said right, for each table we have to write a model file. In Laravel there is a model method, like say this is the users table model. In this fillable, hidden, and cast. What is fillable? Only the field allowed to the table. Okay, what are the column names are available in this fillable array? Those fields only allowed to update or update the values in a table. Okay, what is hidden? If we are retrieving some values from users table, these columns won't available in the retrieved data. Okay, it will be ignored by the Laravel query. Okay, what is verified in cast? Okay, casting means I'm just having a first name and last name. Okay, let's take this email verified. Okay, this email verified will store with the UTC time. UTC time means in Laravel table we can write we can change the time zone of our app here. Okay, so here we can change the UTC. I'm just giving a Asia Kolkata or whatever. Let's keep it as a UTC. Okay, Laravel will by default it will store with the UTC based on this configuration. Okay, in we are retrieving the users table record. Okay, so by default the Laravel column value will be a UTC date format, which means year, month, and date. Okay, we need to make it as a day, month, year, right, for our user view format. So that date time format will be changed. Keep the changing things. Okay, that is a casting. Whenever you are retrieving the data, it will collect the email verified and it will change to date time format while it giving to the user. At the same time, it will keep the database format also. Whenever you are posting the record, this email verified field will be changed to the database format. That is the work of casting. In previous in our PHP we might write a abstract class. Before we might write a boot method technologies. Okay, that is the same thing Laravel is using within the casting method. Okay, for example, we have a first name field. Before storing the value into table, we have to make it as a first name value as a capital letter, which means I'm just storing the John. The first J will be a small letter while I'm entering the form value. So it should store as a capital letter. The J will be stored as a capital letter in the database. We can manage those things in this casting. We can write one function and we can call here instead of the datetime. We can give a name and keep it as a datetime. Okay, guys. So for each migration file we have to create one model. Okay, model access, which means that model file will hold all the query things. Okay, these queries will be only for creating the tables. After creating the table, we have to write the queries for retrieving the records and processing the records of the based on our logics. Those queries will be placed in the model files. That means this user.model. Same like we are going to create a ContactUs form. So here I gave the migration contact us. Okay, instead of that I am just creating a make model. I am creating a model file, that is contact. Okay, contact us, let's give it as a contact us. Okay, instead of creating migration, I am creating a model layer, right? Model means table. The table will be connected to the model. Okay, so when taking to this model, I'm giving this contact us as this camel case method. Okay, see, I am giving a one flag called underscore m, which means it will include the migration file while creating the model. Okay, so see, in this app folder by default model files will be placed here. So whenever creating one model, here we will get one contact us model, then migration for the contact us will be placed here. At the same time we are going to do a submit methods, right? We need to create a controller also. I am not going to create a separate command for controller, so I am just placing a control C. Okay, so by previous things we are watching this uh, normal controllers. Okay, what about REST controllers? I'm just you can call it as a resource controller. Resource means you can go to Laravel website, I mean Laravel tutorial by default documentation website, you can search about the resource controller. Okay, I'm just giving the R flag also, which means this model will be created belongs with the migration file for that contact us, the same type controller, and the controller will be a resource controller. Okay, I'm just hitting a single command. Okay, so guys, most of them are not aware about this command, so we can use this command. Okay, even you cannot find this command in this artisan list. Okay, this is available in Laravel also. See, model created successfully, created migration. Okay, migration name is contact us. I didn't give any migration name here, right? So uh, the table name, how the table connectivity will be happened in the Laravel. Okay, the table name is contact underscore us, means this is the format. We have to give the name like this for a model, it will directly connect to this table. Okay, that's it. So we have to keep the naming convention inside the Laravel app. Okay, it's creating the controller. Let's go to check, let's check with where is our model file. See here, contact us model is created and it is connected with the model object. Okay, so and contact us with the skeleton. See, these big increments and timestamps are created. So here we need to write a table columns. Okay, I'm going to documentation section. Before that, let's check with whether the controller is created or not. It's taking time, man, which means my server side is quite slow, so it's taking this much time. Otherwise it is a fraction of command. Controller is created. Okay, so just go to http controller folder, see contact us controller is created. This is the resource controller. I gave a or command, right? I gave a or command. Okay, let me do one thing. I'm just giving a one more model file called test. Okay, I'm just giving a test model, creating a model. Then I don't need migration file this, and this will create a controller with a resource. Okay, I'm just going to explain what is the difference between resource and normal controller. Okay, so I'm removing the resource flag. I'm just giving a hyphen c, which means the model is created, controller is created. Okay, what is the use of this uh, single command? I used to contact us with the MCR. Okay, by default this controller will be connected to this contact us form. See, by default the model is connected and all the methods are connected with the contact us form. Okay, we have created one more normal test.php, right? This is the model file, and the test controller is connected to the test.php. No, that is not mandatory for the resource. This is the empty skeleton, which means I didn't give any resource flag to this controller. Okay, whenever you are giving a resource, let's check with the resource controller. Okay, by default the model will be connected to this controller, and index, create, store, show, edit, update and destroy, all the functionalities which is available inside the CRUD, I means create, read, update, delete. Okay, those all function methods will be created by a skeleton by default. That is the use of resource method. Okay, understood. So let's go with the contact us form. Okay, so whenever hitting this contact us form, we gave a URL like web.php is directly mapped to main controller. Instead of that, I am giving a contact us controller. Sorry, the submit method will be mapped to this controller, so we can remove it here. I am removing this submit method from the to control. Okay, so we are going to use a store method in a resource. Okay, how to use that? See, I am just giving the name. By default this store is available. Okay, fine. How to map this method? Let me give a quick tour about resource controller. We have to map this as a resource. Okay, we didn't give any post or get, we didn't mention anything. Then how it will work? See, let me explain. Okay, this is the contact us, is the resource URL. Okay, so go to laravel.com, put a resource controller. Okay, here the basics resource controller table will be available here. See, as I said, right, while creating the controller you can pass a resource or R flag inside the command. This is the resource flag table. Okay, just consider these photos as okay, let me change this URL as photos. So now you can realize that table, right? You can connect it with the table. Whenever the get method and post URL photos URL is calling, means it will directly map it to index photo.index. Okay, this is the root name. Root name means we can give a create a root name for this name, for a name for each root. That's it. Okay, I'm just giving a index of website index, that is a website homepage, right? Let's give a homepage. Okay, so how to map this contact us to store? Okay, go to this. What is a store? What is the method of store? I'm just submitting the data to server. If you are getting some values from database to page, means it is a get method. Okay, whenever you are posting some whenever you are storing some values to database, means it is a post method or put method. You know the ID of I'm going to just alter the John Brito's value, which is a update method. You know the John Brito, and you are going to change some values in the John Brito value. Okay, John Brito data. Okay, you don't know John Brito, he is a new user to your system, so you are going to create a new record. That's it, that is a thing. Okay, so get method, you can go through this table, you will get some idea. So what is the action for a store? I need to call this store method, right? I am giving this store a newly created resource. I am creating on a contact us a record to our database. That is a, so store method means it should be a post method, and the URL should be a photos, the name should be a photo store. Okay, so here I am giving a photos instead of this contact us form. Okay, the name form name is contact us. The contact us name is directly, we don't need to mention any method here, just to map it with a contact us controller. It will automatically take whether the posted method is store method or Laravel. I'm going to, now I'm going to start a coding for this form section. Okay, see, as a form I am creating a route called, as I said, what is the root format of the store method? URL dot store. Okay, so photos is the URL, then store. This is the thing. I'm just removing this ID because sometimes the templates might have a by default some functionality using that ID of that form. Okay, okay, fine, they didn't give any ID. See, the form is submitted, so that only this is coming. Anyway, I'm just removing this ID to avoid the by pre-default function using this template. Okay, before submitting this, the name attribute should be available in for all field. Okay, just check with this is the form. Hope you all learned about the HTML and attribute things in the HTML. Okay, so this name attribute will carry your data to a form. Okay, so see now I changed the form URL. So I just give a inspect element. Just wait for the inspect element. It will show you the see. It's I'm just showing the URL of that route. See this route of contactus.store. It's mapping to us to agency.contactus, which means uh, in our web.php agency.contactus. Okay, it's directing to this controller. Okay, which method it will call? See, we gave a post method. Okay, so when the post method is check this verb. Okay, we are using a post method. The URL is photos dot which method it will map to? It is mapped to store method. Okay, so we don't worry about it. It will directly come to the store method. Okay, so let's see one thing. I have mentioned up this code for contact us. There is a CSRF token. Okay, so whenever you are submitting one form request to Laravel package, it will ask for your CSRF token. Okay, CSR, what is CSRF token? CSRF token is a cross-site root forgery system. Okay, from any other website they can use copy this URL and they can post the values same like your form name, right? So avoid these things. Laravel is using a CSRF token. Okay, see, I'm just filling some values in this form. I'm hitting a sending message. Okay, email should be a valid. I'm giving a gmail.com send message. See, the page is expired, which means without a CSRF token, you cannot submit any values to Laravel. Okay, that will expire your post request. You cannot enter with the post request to the server. Okay, so the CSRF token is mandatory to the Laravel post request. So, how to attach the CSRF token? I am just creating a type text. Name should be a token and the value will be a there is a by default helper called CSR of token. Okay, so guys, this echo hope I have explained in the Laravel installation time. Okay, so this CSR of token is the helper. This CSR of token will helper will give one token to us. I have included on an input text field. Just check in this form. See, this is the CSRF token. Okay, so per URL it will create one token. If you are going to next URL agency slash some user agency slash user means it will create one more token. Okay, it will refresh the token for each page and each request, each refresh of that page. Okay, so instead of writing this HTML template, Laravel have a by default directory called at CSRF token. It is implemented after Laravel 5.6. I think you can verify it from a Laravel documentation. Okay, so this at CSRF will be always in a hidden field. It won't show to people's those who are seeing the UI things. Okay, so without this CSRF token you can submit. We can, but let me explain how to overcome this CSRF token. Without CSRF token, how to submit this form? But this should be mandatory. It will avoid some cross hackers to our system. Okay, so I'm submit values. My name Aravind, then email us test at gmail.com, then subject as testing, your messages hello world. Okay, hit the send message. See, now it's returning some value. Yeah, directly it's mapped to this page. dd means dump and die. It's print the value and make it as die. It will die means exit. Okay, see that all values are coming to this our controller. Okay, we are going to store this name, email, subject, message. Okay, this is the token. Without this token the form is not accepted, right? Okay, let me show you how to avoid the CSRF. How to remove the CSRF. Sometimes we will give our form to any other website. So in that case, we can't to use the CSRF token, right? So for that exception case, we can go to app HTML middleware. There you have a verify CSRF token. This except array. For example, if I am giving a contact us here, means it will exclude the CSRF token verification from for that only URL. Okay, what are the URLs available in this excerpt array, that tokens will be that URLs will be ignored from the CSRF token validation. Okay, so now I created a form and I have filled the value. I need to store it. Okay, we need to do one thing, right? We have created a migration file and model file, but we didn't created any table, right? So I need to create a table. Okay, how to create the table? I need a I'm doing a command here. What are the fields we need to create? Name will hold the text value, and email will keep the email value, then subject will the text, and message. Okay, these are the four fields I need to create. So name field will hold only minimum like 100 characters, right? So whenever you are creating table, you should concentrate about the data types. It will hold our it will keep the processing of our database speed. Okay, that is also one of the kind of performance optimization. Okay, query optimization, many things are there. So before starting the query creation, you have to concentrate about the database optimization methodologies. Okay, I'm going to migrations. Okay, we are using there is a table called migration. See, all the things are same what I explained in the users migration, right? There is a many command called PHP partition, rollback, step 5, reset. All the commands are available in this document. You can go through this. Just come down. These are all the data types by default Laravel have generated. Okay, so come to, we have one table. Okay, in the bottom of that page, see, this is the table modifier, index modifiers and all that, and they have given a table structure for a column. Just I'm finding a string is a data type in the Laravel. Okay, see, this is what we need, right? Name and email. Okay, name will hold only minimum, it's a maximum, the string attribute can hold a maximum like a 250. That is nothing but a varchar. Okay, the char database data types are available in SQL queries, right? That is what I said, like you need to learn something about SQL queries. So this string data type will create a character data type in our SQL. So you have to note one thing. We might connect MySQL, PGSQL, or MongoDB, whatever. We are using a string here. Okay. What is the string? This string method will change the query, depends on the change the data type query depends on the database. Okay, that's why we need to follow a, we can write a SQL direct syntax inside this up method, just like a return and your query here. Okay, so that is not a right way, so don't do that. Okay, you need to create a migration file for each table. So we need to create a table, and subject should be a lengthy one. Okay, we don't give any we are not giving any maximum length to that, right? So go to this section. We have seen about on list, right? So in that list we have a many See, in that list we have a string. Same thing for a text, we have a medium text, and also we have a small text, I think so. So tiny text is there, right? So we need to use this tiny text. So if you want to know what is same thing for what is the equal things for a tiny text in SQL, here is the equivalent column. Okay, this is the data type of this tiny text. Okay, so inside the message might have a multiple things, so we can use a medium text. Okay, I'm just replacing this as a medium text message. So sometimes we might use a nullable or a default value. We can give a nullable here. Okay, sometimes email should be a unique. These all the queries or all the data types and attributes for database related are available in migrations. You just go to the migration documentation. Okay, so these are the columns for our contact us form. So we have created the contact us form, these things. Okay, we have to write run this migration. Okay, I'm just running a PHP artisan migrate. What it will do, the PHP artisan migrate will run all the migration files inside the migrations table, which means these are all the table. And one more thing, it will create one migration table. Okay, in that migration table it will keep the records what are all the migrations. See, in first time migration I am created 3 tables. In second time migration I might have a 10 tables or 10 more tables. So it will keep the record whether with the file name. Okay, it won't run that file name again, it will ignore that file name. So I am running the PHP artisan migrate. So if the database is connected with our package, it will run the migration. See, migration run the user email unique. The specified key was too long. Okay, there is some string length available. Just how to debug this, I'm giving you right. By default, Laravel is allowing a string default length as something less than 98, I think. Okay, so we need to extend the uh, table length. Okay, constant specified key was to length. Okay, we have to search it in Google. Let me show what is the exact thing we need. Okay, instead of searching, I'm just I will search the code and I will place it in the right place. Okay guys, so I have added the default string length is 191 in the schema. Okay, directly I mentioned into schema. Why I placed in the, where I placed it? Okay, in the app folder we have a providers. Okay, providers are the bootstrap files of our Laravel package. Okay, so inside the boot method I have defined it. Okay, so this will directly take into our query. I think we might need to refresh our PHP server. Okay, see, it's allowed actually, but the create users table is already exit. It's showing like a users table is already exit, which means in previous migration users table is completed. Okay, almost completed. So I'm just, what we can do from this thing is we can just pass a migrate fresh command. It will drop all the existing table and it will create the fresh migration to the database. See, it's created the users table. Still we are getting a method tiny text does not exist. Okay, uh, we are using a Laravel 5.8. Why I'm saying this is we have copied the migration method from a 8x. Okay, so the version should be must before you are copying something from the documentation. Okay, so in this 5.8 tiny text is not available. Okay, instead of that we can use a line string. Okay, otherwise we have a small text. Okay, small text also not available. Tiny increments. Let's we should keep a exact matching data type, right? So what is the line text? Line string equivalent column. Okay, I think this is enough for. Okay, if you are doing like a array kind of text contents to store in the database, means you can use the long text. Okay, I'm using this line text to our migration. Contact us. Instead of this tiny text, I am giving this line text. Okay, I'm passing a migrate press. See, that's it. Our tables are created. Where it is created? Exactly, it is created to our database. Yeah, it's created the table, all the tables in our database. That's all, guys. We have connected the database to Laravel, and we have created the tables from the Laravel. Okay, just we need to uh, code for this submission. That's it. Okay, guys, before doing this submission, I said while I'm explaining the model files, we have to give a fillable array, right? Only these fillable array values will be allowed to submit the values inside contact us. Email, name, email, subject, message. See, if I am ignored to fill this message column name inside this fillable, means while I am submitting to this table values, that message column won't go to database. It will throw a error called message should be a valuable input. Okay, so don't forget to fill the columns in fillable array. Okay, that's it. So already we came to this ContactUs controller. Our data are available in this ContactUs controller form. I am going to write a insert query. How to write a insert query in Laravel? Okay, Laravel have a create method. Create method will create a record in a model what we are going to use. This contact is the directly connected with our ContactUs table. So this ContactUs and create request all. See, in request we might have a multiple inputs. Okay, I have a submit as input param and token as a input param, but I'm giving the same request all to this create method. It will create with that what about that another columns? That is the work of fillable. It will ignore other columns, only it will accept the columns which is filled inside the fillable array. Okay, so one more thing, before submitting the value I need to validate it, right? Whether the values are coming to our record, or some people will write a by default in front end validation they will do, but we didn't did any front end validation for our form, right? So we should follow Laravel validation methods also. So there is a basic validation, definer routes, creating a controller, writing the validation. We have defined the routes and created the controller. Now we are going to validating the our form. Okay, here is a request validator. The request value should be validated. That is what they are telling. Okay, validated data. If the record is invalid data, means it will directly return to the same page. Okay, in that page we have to show some errors, right? So how to show display the validation errors? Okay, they are also giving some by default code called if errors any return to that page and show this error. I am just placing that code in a home page and inside this container. Okay, see guys, I am not explaining a exact UI things, but I am just placing this error code here. If you are more knowledgeable about UI, you can place wherever you need. Okay, so what are all the fields we need to allow inside the our form? Name, email, subject, message, Okay, these names should be equal to our home page form input name attribute. Okay, this name, email only should be coming inside this form request. These values should be, this index are given into this validation. Okay, I given required name as required, and we can write many see this unique post inside the post database. The name value should be a unique. I don't need those validation for this. If it is a email, we can do that. Okay, so I'm just giving a name should be minimum length of 5 character and 3 character, and maximum length of 100 character. Okay, so uh, the name should be available one, it should be required value. Okay, I'm not going to give any optional values in the form because there is only 4 fields, so I'm giving this. If you want to make it as a optional field, means we have many methods like a sometimes and nullable. Okay, what is the meaning of sometimes? Sometimes means the value will come only for sometimes. Okay, otherwise it will keep a nullable value. Okay, that is the meaning of this, but right now I am giving this a required field. Then same for the value should be a email value, right? So that I am keeping this email param. These are all each one is should be a param. This is the required param, minimum is the minimum param. Each one should be a params. I'm just passing a email. It should be required value and it should be a valid email. That is the method of this. And subject should be a minimum 3 characters and maximum 200 characters. Then message should be a minimum 5 characters and maximum I'm give it as a text field only, medium text only. Then I can give it to 200 plus also. I'm giving it 300. Okay, yes, 200. Okay, if this field is not a valid data, it will directly return to the same page, and errors will be thrown in this page. Okay, let's check those things. Okay, validated data. What is the validated data? Only these 4 columns are validated, means it will return with this validated data array. Only if this directly we can, without any fear, we can directly give this validated, because these validated data are validated already. Okay, uh, I gave a filtration here. Okay, so I can directly pass to this. After creating this record, we can return to our homepage page itself. So I'm giving a return redirect, the URL of that redirect. Otherwise we can mention the named route. We have given a named route, right? So go to the web.php. Here the named route is homepage. It will directly return to the home page. Okay, so if the form is created, means we have to give some response, right? I mean, like a form is created, like that we need to give, right? So I'm giving a session class. I'm giving this session name as success, and contact form is submitted. What is session flash? Session flash means it will flash after once it is collected from a page. Okay, I'm collected from a session. This success variable is if I collected this success variable value in a front end, means it will get cleared from the session. That is a session flash method. It should be available in only one time. Okay guys, I removed the dd. Now I'm going to refresh this. Let's check. Once I refresh the request, again come to the store method, it will validate the form, and it will if it is a valid data, it will create the contact us and return the session, and it will redirect it to the home page again. Okay, whether let's check whether the value is valid record. Okay, minimum 3, the name is minimum 3. Okay, it is paused, it is a valid email, so it is also paused. It is subject should be minimum 3 character. Okay, that is also paused, and message also. Okay, I am pausing a valid record. So if you are refreshing, means it should create a value in contact table. Oops, something error. Okay, insert the contact. Cannot get geometric object from data you sent to the geometry field. Insert to contact us name, email, subject, message updated. Just check the query. Arvind, what is the error inside this? Okay, name, email. Okay, numeric value out of range, that is the error. Okay, so somewhere the numeric value is error. Let's submit and try again, then we will plan about the debug. Whenever you are getting an error, try one more time, don't waste for the debugging time. Okay, sometimes we might made a mistake while in previous request. Even you can create your app while watching this video. Okay, you can come along with this video go flow. Okay, test.gmail.com, subject to be a testing contact, this is value email. Okay, so send message, I am doing a submit again the issue is coming. Okay, where it's getting a error, do one thing, after this validation it's doing the insert query, I mean a create query. Okay, if the valid data is positive means then only it's coming to the valid data, then the issue might be in the validated data. This is the mode how you need to debug the error. See, this is the validated data, and we are passing those validated to the contactors. We are passing on a valid value only, that is not an issue. Then go to contactors form, just refresh the contactors form whether the error from no, there is no entries available in this contactors form. So then you can find the solution for this issue in Google. SQL state numerical value out of range 14 cannot geometric object from the, just do one thing, just copy this and paste it in Google, that's it. See guys, before you are coming to development, you should know how to search in a Google. Okay, we are not all the master minds in our development, we might know something from Google. Okay, so referencing from other thing is must. Spatial index in MySQL, that is the issue. Okay, let's verify one more time our migration whether we are giving any okay, big increments, string, line string, medium text, timestamp. Okay, everything is fine. If you have any doubt, you can go to structure and check the data type. Big int with auto increment, varchar, line string, medium text, timestamp. Okay, this is the exact issue what we are getting right. Oh, just a minute guys. Yeah, nothing else, just usual interrupts for our developers, that is an internet issue, so I have fixed it. So numeric value out of range when inserting the query, and the same issue one more person called a permod also faced the same issue. So let's follow his solution. The only solution find is a spatial trait and spatial fields, but I already have them. This is the relevant parts of the model. Okay, I have a double and triple check the code, but I cannot find any wrong. He is also telling there is no solution for that. I have tested and managed the solution. Creating model. The code you isolated fixes the issue. Okay, it's telling about something related to geometric field, right? I didn't use any geometric column. Okay, so let's cross check again with our code. It's telling like issue in our code only. Okay, might be this line string will checking for a geometric value, so I am make it as a medium text and run it again with the migrate migrate press. So guys, before checking the data type, we should know, let's check whether the medium text is working for our validation. I am created the same and refreshing the form again. Yeah, see, now the value is accepted, it seems. Let's go to database and refresh the browse. Yeah, it's allowed. The issue is line string. So guys, before taking the data type, you should know what is the data type and what is the use of the data types inside the Laravel package. Okay, just you can learn everything from the Laravel documentation. See, now I have stored the contact as customers value in this database. That's all. We guys did a big work, we have connected the database with Laravel. We have created a code section for Laravel. Then we have learned about the CSRF. Then we have learned about migration and model files. Many things we learn this section. Then one more thing, in provider we have created a default string length where it is reflecting. Okay, I need to show that too. Go to structure. See, this is the maximum default length of varchar. This is the work of this default string length. Before, if you are doing on coding things, you should know what is the usage of that code. Okay, so guys, one more thing, I have written this codes, it validated and returned to the created the code inside the table, and it returned the success flag. Okay, and again it returned to the home page. Okay, I need to show this success message, right? ContactUs form is submitted. Okay, I'm going to show this. This is the variable of the session name. This is the content of the session variable. Okay, let show it here itself. Okay, if and end if. See guys, inside the Laravel template, if and end if codes are directives. So before you are using a Laravel, if you are going to use Laravel if else conditions inside the blurred, means you can use the if method, for each, and many directive methods are available in, you can refer it from a document. Okay, session has, if session has a success variable, we have to show it as a value session get success. It will get the value which is assigned to that success variable in session. I am just creating it in a p tag. By default, success will be showing with the green color, right? So I'm giving it as green. Okay, if success message is received, this message will be displayed. If error is coming, means this will display the error. Okay, this alert integer, which all keeping inside the Laravel blade template class items. Okay, so guys, I'm going to make one mistake in this form. Okay, let's do that. We have to verify whether the error code is working or not, right? I'm just giving a name with the EA paste at gmail.com, and the subject as 2 variable, and this also 3 variable. I'm submitting it. See, this is not a valid, because we gave a minimum should be a 2 variables. Okay, see, it's entered into controller, it retaining, it's again returned into the home page. Okay, so might be it might be a valid record, it is created in the database. Let's check it. No, the record is not created in the database, so it's returned to the page itself. See, we might see the errors here. See, the name must be at least 3 characters, the subject must be at least 3 characters, the message must be at least 3 characters. Okay, see guys, I'm just placing this out of the container, so I'm going to place this out after these things. Okay, so the form values has been have a errors, so it's returning the errors. Then I'm going to give a valid records now. So if I'm passing a valid records, these error messages are coming from this validator. Okay, we gave a validator, right? It will redirect back to the same page with the error codes. That is the these things. These alert messages are inbuilt in the Laravel directory. That is the alert danger and all. Okay, so now I'm going to give a exact value, so this won't come, this success message will come. Okay, test@gmail.com, testing final. This is our end part of video. We followed database connectivity, migrations, then CSRF token, resource controller, difference between normal controller and resource controller. Okay, then we have learned about model under database issues. We have fixed the issues. We have learned the migration data types. We have discussed many things in this video. So guys, hope this is the end of this video. Sometimes we think while we doing a actual project, sometimes we think same things like we are at the end of the project, but at the time we might face some small issue. Okay, hope we won't get that issue right now. See, contact form is submitted. Okay, so the values are refreshed. That's all guys. We have integrated the database with Laravel package. We have created a code for ContactUs form. Okay, so hopefully you have learned more things about the how to integrate themes inside the Laravel package. And hope if you get followed these all things, you can create a own website for your business, guys. Don't spend for money, spend time. Okay, whenever you are spending your time, it should be a valid one for your business. Okay, keep following our videos. We will get more about the Laravel. In next videos I might give a small tasks and a small intros about the logical parts in Laravel. Okay, there is a many things available like a cron like a PHP audition command. Okay guys, in next video I may try to give a how to create a own command, PHP audition command in the Laravel. Okay, okay guys, thank you for watching our video. Keep subscribe, like and share. Thank you.